I still get the feeling that the videos I've been posting recently after the Druid nerf have not been the easiest to execute in terms of how easy spam used to be before the nerf. There are some attacks where it just feels like you can keep deploying troops one after another and the base kind of just vanishes. So maybe we can attempt to go for something like that. Like if you're playing on a phone, it could be difficult to scroll side by side and drop multiple different troops. You might end up forgetting some of them. Who knows? You could face many difficulties for whatever reasons. But a friend of mine, I'm not going to take any credit for this army. He came up with this army, and I just like ran it through some FCs, and I'm just going to explain it to you guys. It's just it reminds me of this weird dystopian anime that's really popular. I don't remember the name. Hmm. Yeah, no, I can't remember. Anyways, the army. Let's just take a quick look at it. This is it. This is all it is. It's just a wall of titans and some druids to go behind them. That's right. We're going to use druids for a change, and they work well with this tanky style of attacks. So you'll also notice I have a quad quake over here, and I have a recall spell. Now, what you'll find interesting is my equipment choices for this attack. Yeah, some things you need to note is you definitely need all of these equipments as they are. You cannot have any other equipment whatsoever. Maybe you can switch the spiky ball out for a gauntlet, but that's about the only compromise you can make. Otherwise, this is the equipment you're going to need for this attack. Now, let's just go into some examples of what I'm talking about and show you what I mean. Right, I have the giant arrow on the queen, and I have fireball on the warden, and I have 4 quakes. Why would I need 4 quakes for this army? I couldn't explain it earlier, but let me try to show you guys exactly what I mean. These 4 quakes are going to be used for opening walls. They're not even going to be used for setting the fireball up. The fireball actually comes very very late into this attack. It's super unusual, and I'll show you what I mean. So the giant arrow is literally just something to help set the funnel. Look at this, just something to help set that funnel. And now we can just have a queen charge kind of go on over here, let her do her thing, use the one balloon that we have in this army to just go ahead and help ourselves out a little bit more. So don't be afraid to use some spells to help your queen out. We have rages, we have the invisible as well. You can protect her. You'll also notice we've got 3 freezes in this army, so don't be shy at all. All you have to do is kind of just set a funnel for her. And we're doing exactly just that. With this one rage and that one invis, she will go ahead and grab out this entire flank. Now, Titans are melee troops. It's very, very easy to set up the funnel for them. You just need to make sure that the nearest building has that access to it, such that you can really just go ahead and get your Titans in there. So I'm literally just going to spam these guys down. I'm not going to use my Druids just yet. Uh, that's only because they have like 25 seconds of healing time now. So now we can recall our queen out of there. Let's deploy her out in the corner like this. Join with our king, and I think I can drop the quad quick like this just to open up the walls. This army, it makes complete use of the fact that the earthquakes that we use are kind of like using earthquake boots. So we have 6 titans just walking around. Their aura just completely kills everything. And now look at this. I can use my earthquake boots over here, and I'm still holding onto my fireball. I'm not using it just yet. Let me go ahead and use the Royal Champion on the left flank over here, just to help out really quick on that flank. And look at this, like the entire base is gone. 6 Titans, what can you even do? Their aura is just gonna break everything. And now let's just give it a moment. Still, I'm gonna hold on a little bit longer, as long as I possibly can, for this fireball before I have to really launch it into the monolith. And then this is where my balloons also come into clutch. I think now is a fine time to do so. We get rid of pretty much everything except that monolith, but it's way too late. It's kind of like a mini Lalo, and once again, the aura from the Titans, they just act as your earthquake. So it's very weird how this works. It's completely unconventional how this really works out, but you can see like the Titans aura just smacks things through the walls while they're just waiting there. And the fact that you have 4 earthquakes, then the earthquake boots, and a fireball as well. What more do you need? Even after the titans die out, usually if you do this right, you can get the healers from the healer puppet to transfer onto the titans. And honestly, Earthquake Boots and Healer Puppet, these two equipments are in such a strong place right now in this meta. You guys saw it. Literally zero space. I used no healers, no funnel troops, and my queen funneled this entire flank out and even grabbed this entire compartment, like this entire area. Literally nothing. Just popped her ability, and that's the entire thing that she got. So this is just one example I want to show you guys. It's all about being able to hold your abilities and use them at the right time, specifically your king's and your warden's ability. Just hold them until you absolutely can use them to break open the base and finish off most of it. And then what's really important is, if not the titans, the balloons from your siege barracks can come in and clutch for you. It's literally a mini Lalo. Most of the defenses will be left at low health anyway, and there's not much of a chance for you to deal with those red air bombs as they'll be in the core. So it's just mostly you just need the help to finish what's left around the base, and your balloons from the siege barracks. Very unusual CC choice, but trust me, it's literally the best thing. They just go around the base and clean up for you. Can't you don't believe me? Fine, I'll show you guys some more examples. It's literally like that one anime. I can't remember the name. Anyways, let's just move on to the next one. Seems a little overwhelming, especially considering how we're using the fireball in such an unusual manner, but you will get used to it if you just practice with it a little bit, trust me. It's just a matter of consecutively using your damage abilities one after another to keep deleting portions of the base with the help of the aura of your titans. You usually have 4 to 5 titans in the core, and whatever is usually left up, the titan's aura can usually finish it off for you with relative ease. So once again, I'm just going to follow the same formula. I think this is a good giant arrow. Amazing. That's a really, really good giant arrow for the funnel. And we can just push our queen in over here. She should latch onto the royal champion very briefly. Let's give her that one balloon to just check if there's any mines. So that should help us out. And I need to consider raging her up really, really soon. That's fine. We don't need to be shy with the spells. We can afford to use them because the Titans honestly have it going really, really well for them. It's just 6 Titans in the Titans Rage aura, you know? Like, what could you even want after that? So, yeah, I'll just make her invisible now. I think that's a good time. We should be able to grab the scatter shot and get out of there. Great. Okay, so that's a nice funneling point. I'll give one Titan as well over here to the outside, and then we can just spam in the rest. No need for me to use my druids right away, just because it's not as much damage. Maybe let me open the base up now, so that the Titans can consider moving in, and I'll freeze the single inferno. And now I can pour in the Titans. See, like those headhunters, right? No problem. Even though the Titans are stuck on the ice columns, there's just so many of them in the base right now that they can't do anything about it. They're just so helpless. Now is a good time to consider using my king's ability. We'll get the monolith out of the way as well. And let me give an aggressive rage like this. I'll also provide support with the rocket spear from the side like this. I think that was really, really good timing. But yeah, now we've just got like a wall of tanks moving through the core. I think I can freeze this over here just to save myself from a little bit of the ricochet cannon splash. And Royal Champion with the Phoenix ability should be able to grab the Town Hall, honestly speaking. Yeah, your Warden remains safe behind this wall, and now you've got this mini Lalo to work with as well. So, not bad at all, right? Let's just wait a minute and look at that. Like, he just finished everything off, and now we still have our Queen to help us out with this entire area. Not bad at all. We just have a few super barbarians left. We can sprinkle them in. And that's it. That's it. You just need to save your damage equipments one after another to be used like this. The later you can hold on to it, the better. But that's not a hard and fast rule. Like, you don't need to literally wait until the end of the attack to use it. Just try to use it such that you can try to mitigate the damage on your wall of titans a little bit, because druids can only heal you for 25 seconds now, not 30, and they're not as powerful as they used to be. Even in the transformed state, they're just not as tanky anymore. But we do need the chain healing because the king opens up the base, like it's a huge radius. Even 4 earthquakes, it's huge. But the reason I'm not using 2 jump spells and I'm opting for 4 earthquakes is so that I can damage everything up. And again, just focus on the Titan's aura. They can usually finish off buildings just walking by them, maybe one or two shots, but it doesn't take too long for them to keep moving through the base. So it's like 4 earthquakes, you've already damaged your entry point. The earthquake boost from the king, you've already damaged the core. The fireball to end with, you've damaged the ending. So it's literally all about the Titan's aura in this one, and that's how you can just move to the base. Usually, your Phoenix on your Royal Champion, the balloons from your Siege Barracks, and your Queen walking outside can finish off what's left on the base. And I'm just showing you guys. It's not as reliable, but it's definitely something comfortable for you guys to get started with and practice around. Yeah, let's just move on to some more examples. If you guys aren't convinced yet, I'm gonna try and pick out 2 anti-fireball bases just to show you guys what I mean. It's not about using fireball in the traditional manner that you would. It's literally about just opening up the base piece by piece while continuously damaging it along the way. And this is all that this attack is about. And I'm gonna show it to you guys once again. We have 4 super barbarians to funnel on this one if we require it, and I'll just show you right away. So we can quickly, I think it's not the best funnel, but I can work with this, because my queen is bound to start going right on this base, and that's good enough for me. I just need her to create a funnel so that I can enter from over here. Once again, I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to save the town hall compartment for the very end, and we should be good to go from there. So I think let me do one thing. I'll just rage her up. And do I need an invis? Might as well give her an invis just to be safe. You can never be too safe with her. Yeah, we don't have an ability anymore. So I think, is this a good starting point? I think, okay, fine. Let her just go ahead and grab the X-bow as well. And then we can move on from there. So this is a good enough funneling point, I believe, because she is honestly not going to be able to grab out much more than this. So might as well just get the rest of the funnel started. I think I'll just deploy one Titan and my Queen for now. I'll deploy my Siege Barracks a little bit down the line just because of this multi-inferno. Once again, don't need to use my Druids right away because it's really not that much damage, right? Really not that much damage. So now we can deploy the Siege Barracks down the line, and now I can start sprinkling in some of these Druids. Really not too much damage. Remember, they only have 25 seconds this time, so you have to be a little careful. Try to spare them in the sense, like, try to make sure that you're not wasting the time that they can really help you out for. Now is a good time to use my Earthquake Boots. I'll open up most of this base over here. And that should allow the aura of these guys to just really quickly get the base down. And then I can probably open up like this. And that's pretty good, I think. Just gonna use this one freeze over here. And we can give a rage like that. I will consider using my Fireball a little bit late. We can use my Royal Champion to support the left flank a little like that. And see, I'm just holding on to my Fireball. I'm trying my best to not use it at all, waiting for that. And oh, not the best Fireball, but you know what, this is still okay. I can work with it, I can definitely work with it. I have the Phoenix still to work with on my Royal Champion. I still have some troops coming out of my Siege Barracks. This little Lalo, it's so cute, I swear to God. But yeah, if I got the perfect Fireball, I would have easily gotten all of this down. But it's a shame that I couldn't. But it's not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. We still have all of this force waiting to just bust out of the wall. And we should be fine. Yeah, not too bad at all. The balloons should get most of it out of the way. It's really not much for us to deal with at the end. But yeah, it's really this simple, guys. It's really this simple. It's an anti-fireball base as well. But we still managed to go ahead and get this one down. It comes a little close on time if you don't use your abilities correctly, just as you saw me do over here. Like, if I manage to save my Fireball for the very end of the attack, those Teslas would have been out of the way, no problem at all. But I guess I'm new to the attack as well, and all I can do is urge you guys to try this for yourself and experiment with it. I should note, you don't need a max Fireball for this one. You can have any level of a Fireball, it's just better than the Eternal Tome, because honestly, your Titans can't do much more after the Druids have died. They're just kind of walking through the base. So might as well try to reduce the damage on already damaged buildings by trying to delete those already damaged buildings, and you should be good to go from there. We'll do one more base for you, and we'll just call this one a wrap. Alright, we're in, and this is just another anti-fireball base that I picked out from what I attacked yesterday. And I'm thinking like this is all just trash. So it's really easy for a recall queen charge to go through. So I might as well try to pick it off. Let me just do something like this. I think that's pretty good. That's already a very, very nice giant arrow. And we have a headhunter to help out because I don't have the frozen arrow on me to really help out this time. So you have to be a little careful. Just have those headhunters on standby if required. I saved this one super barbarian to just help funnel my titans. I honestly didn't even need it, but it's fine. I think we'll manage. I'll give her one rage and let her just walk around a bit. Then we can work our way from there. Oh, lost one healer. Hopefully it's not too late for this one balloon to work. Great. Okay. Yeah, this is a neat enough funneling point. As soon as she grabs that X-bow, I'm getting her out of there. And then we'll bring her back over here. As I was saying, just save one for that funnel. And then we can push the main titans over here. I will break open this very early. I'll just leave 2 druids for the time being. I think that's pretty good. Looks like our queen... Okay, no. She's gonna wrap around the base, which is fine. Which is perfectly fine. That's exactly what I want. I have an invis spell as well. And look at this. Like, the titan auras just shred. Like, these things are so partially damaged, but it doesn't matter to them, right? They will easily just be able to handle most of it just because just standing there, that's all. Just by the fact that they're literally just standing there, that's enough for them. And now let's try to use our king's ability. Hopefully my warden doesn't lose his fireball. I think it's about to go, but that's something we can't really do much about. That's okay. Let's just use it right away. And that should help our queen as she's rotating around that fireball. And now, not only that, we've even got this like balloon parade going around. And we should be able to do really well on what's really left. So let me just freeze this air defense so that I can get the ricochet cannon, and then my queen can easily wrap around the base. I think they'll even be able to grab this air defense out, and if they do that, as I was saying, they're just so clutch. There's usually nothing left on the base to threaten along these flanks. So yeah, that's it. There's nothing left. And especially in such a ground heavy meta, these balloons can come in super clutch. Literally the weirdest choice, like balloons in a siege barracks, and you're using your fireball to just weaken structures rather than take them out outright and form a funnel from them. It's completely weird how this one works, but trust me, you can see how we approach it. Like earthquakes, my own earthquakes over here, the king's earthquake boots over here, the fireball over here. We've damaged up the entire base as we walked through it, and the titans actually managed. You also noticed probably while I'm recording that I didn't have to do any scrolling around. It's short enough to fit, and there's not much in terms of like multitasking, multi-management, multiple troops that you have to really like worry about. It's just one small step at a time. It's very casual, and I really hope that this is a starting point for some of you guys that may be getting back into the game or look to play this game a little casually. Yeah, I think this is just my one guide that I'll make on this spam style attack, and we'll definitely switch back to some other attacks that I've been showcasing recently. Yeah, that's about it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.